I think it's a big Irish focus group. It's actually people talking to people with real experience in how we get our economy going again. What are the big ideas that actually get us out of the difficulties we're in? And I think it's what we do well. It's networking, talking, communicating. And I even so far, we had 2 sessions now already today, and I found it hugely useful. Just practical ideas, kind of just different ways of looking at things, different ways of prioritising what we do. So I think it is a kind of coming together of a lot of Irish people with an interest in how we might develop this country, and I think it's a very useful forum for that. I think it is setting the economic direction for the country, and I think it's putting real detail on. We have this concept of us being a smart green economy. It's actually asking people, okay, how exactly should that work? Can that work? And I think it's thinking outside the box. It's thinking outside the traditional kind of policy formulation systems. It's talking to people with international experience. What's going on elsewhere? What are other countries doing? And comparing. And I think it is the real task here is to bring to life that smart economy document, turning this country green. In my mind, I think here again and again, I've heard it today, people saying that's actually the Irish opportunity. And a very simple, we've just come from a group and people said the very simple international message that this green island is actually going to turn green, it's in the way it works, is something that we can turn to our advantage. I think it is. It's a cultural connection that's real. I was over in the States last year for St. Patrick's Day, and it was fascinating to meet kind of younger politicians, the next generation of Irish-American politicians, and you realise that they're actually very similar, that there's a kind of cultural similarity that actually benefits both of us to keeping up. And there's, 70 million people around the world connected to Ireland, connected to this identity. I think we need to get a sense again of what exactly does that identity mean. I think in this very kind of strong economic crisis, we can actually go back to some of the fundamental values we have, which aren't all about economic growth or about competitive advantage or about material gain, but actually about core values of what it means to be Irish, about actually being good at talking to people, listening, telling stories, enjoying ourselves. That, I think, is at the heart of some of the culture we have. And I think actually this weekend maybe is tapping into that and saying from that base, from those values, we go out and we actually make this a stronger, better country.